I'll believe in anything.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was very happy that we got past the roast thing quickly. I was like, yes. I was like, this is great. We didn't drag it on. Oh, what happened to my light? All right, there we go. Yeah, well, we didn't drag it on for 3 episodes. I swear, it's a lot of these shows where they'll drag on these things where we know that's not what he wants,
Mm-hmm.
and it'll be a couple episodes. I was like, oh, I was the pacing of that. I was like, okay, it
Yeah.
happened. She called him out. That was amazing. He has great like facial reaction, like the way he does it. And I was like, and when she was asking him, she was like, "Have you ever been with a guy?" Uh, let me go back. So I'm getting too too fast. So basically, they wake up in bed, and she's like, "Oh, I have to get back to my call or whatever." And he's like, "I'm sorry for last night." And she was like, "Oh, it's fine." And I was like, "It's not fine," but So
Mm-hmm.
look, it was very awkward. It was a very
Mm-hmm.
awkward moment. She was like, "Let's have dinner, just us." So I was like, "Oh, was that me?" Although I knew what that meant. I was ready. I was like, "Yeah, let's go. Let's get to this dinner. Let's
Yeah,
get to this
like
talk."
let's talk. We
Yeah,
should talk.
yeah. I did. That was very close. Like a lot of this stuff is very close to the book. That was like almost word for word. Like a lot of that.
Oh, okay.
Um, and I do like how they like cut in the Ilya scenes and stuff. I thought that was really cool. I mean, she basically was like, "I know." She's like, "It's
Mm-hmm.
okay. I know." And
Mm-hmm.
I'm not mad. I know. I get it. I've been to theater school actually, so this happens to be quite a bit.
Yeah, she
Um,
was very like she graciously accepted like, oh, like this just isn't gonna work out as like a relationship, but like we can still be friends. And like, that's honestly best outcome Shane could have asked for.
yes, they could have been a
And that
lot
she
worse.
was like, I'm not gonna tell anybody either. Like your secret is
Yes,
safe with me.
it could have been real bad. It could have been.
Mm-hmm.
Consider she was supposed to be like the biggest actress at the time too.
Yeah,
So
everybody
that
in
could have,
Hollywood could have known in like 5
yeah,
minutes.
yeah. So that could have been really bad.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was very nice, and the way he acted, the way he answered, I was like, oh, the poor baby. I was like, poor thing. I was like, oh, I feel so bad for him. Like he need a hug, like
Mm-hmm.
you know. And I loved how they handled that. Um, I mean, what else? What you have any other thoughts about that scene? Then I'll go to the next one. Kind of this one, I kind of want to like break down a little more because this was
Okay, yeah, yeah.
interesting.
No, yeah, I actually really like Rose's character, and I'm glad like she stays close to Shane as like a friend or like someone that he can go talk to about like things that he can't talk to about anyone else. Because basically, like Shane does talk about like how alone he feels at times, and even like Scott Hunter references like being lonely and like having to hold on to the secret at the end of the show. But I'm
Right.
glad like Rose was like gave him a lot of grace and was like, I could totally see like how like sad that can be, and I want to be here for you whether we're like in a romantic relationship or we're just gonna be friends. So I was really happy that it worked out that way and that she didn't get upset like, oh, how could you not want me, blah blah blah, or
Hmm.
like yeah, it just worked out really well, thankfully.
Yes, I was very happy about that too. I was like, this is sweet. This is how we hope it goes, if
Mm-hmm.
something like this happens. But then we cut to Ilya and God, I can't. Why cannot Svetlana? Why
Oh
am I
yeah,
having such a
yeah.
hard time? Yeah, so we cut to them basically on the bed, and basically she's for me. I felt like she was just teasing him about Shane. That's all she was trying to get to. That's what I felt like. Cause she knows, you could tell it's
Mm-hmm.
starting to get more obvious that she knows, and
Yeah,
she's like,
especially as like his one of his best friends, or at least in the show because they have much closer. Like, yeah, she would
"Mm,
definitely know.
yeah, and, they're just talking about sports and talking about some. I can't remember who exactly, but like somebody that's terrible, can't believe they're in the All Star, the All Star game
Mm-hmm.
or something, and she was like, yeah, you were playing with Holiday, right? Or the same, and basically she was like, you could be his wing, I believe. I don't know these sports terms. I was like, she was like about him being the wing uh and him being the center or something. I don't know. Something about basically you can move on to the side, let him be the captain. Basically, I think that's what the goal was here.
My brother is. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
Versace balls.
I just ate.
I didn't know
I appreciate the thought, but like,
You
I
good?
don't know. Yeah, he
Okay.
was like my mom made some more like sausage balls and I wanted some earlier but I ate something else and then he came in. He's
Oh.
always like he doesn't want to put something down. He just like forces it into your hands. I'm like, "Please." Like I'm doing something.
Oh. Hey, that's cool though.
Yeah.
Um, no,
Sorry.
you're good. You're good. So yeah. So where was that? Oh yeah. So basically, they're on the bed talking, and basically he's like, "You can let him be captain." Um, and he's like, "What?" And then at one point he was like, "Oh," she was like, "He's gorgeous" or whatever. And he was like, "If you say so." And she looked at him like, "You know he's gorgeous. Don't play with me."
Mhm.
Like I was like, "Oh." So that was cute too. I like their relationship. He said, "No, I'll take that food, Jamie."
I'm like, "No." I'm like, "We're talking." We're little talking.
Almost there. This is episode 5. Yeah. So yeah. So that was very cute. I thought that was a very telling interaction. I feel like.
Yes, yeah. It you know, I found it interesting that he was I guess so resistant to say like Shane was attractive or like that he was
Mm,
a really good player or anything like that. I feel like earlier in the show he might have been like, yeah, he's good or whatever. Like might have jokingly said he was good looking, even though it was like half joke, half like being
mhm.
serious. But then when he got really in his feelings about it, I was like, oh, I'm like, okay, he's like really starting to feel something, and he doesn't want to like let other people know.
Yeah. Uh, I'm trying to remember if it was episode 2 or 4. I can't remember, but it was the episode where Ilya was watching Shane's documentary about his cottage.
Yep,
You
yep.
remember? And
Mm-hmm.
it was I was like he was doing like some kind of yoga pose or whatever, and she was there and she was just like, she's like, "What the hell are you watching?" Basically, she's like, "Oh, he's so gorgeous, right?"
Mm-hmm.
Ilya's just like, leave me alone. Like it's so boring. It's so boring. Leave me alone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is so cute. You sit here watching this whole goddamn documentary about his college, and you want him so bad. I was just
Mm-hmm.
say it. Just you text him that he'll be there in a second. Stop
True.
playing. But yeah, I remember that. I there's so many little things that she knows. Even when they were in the car together that time too, she was like, Jane, how's it going with Jay? Is it not
Mm-hmm.
serious? He's like, oh, it's not serious. And I was like, look now, stop playing. Um, but yeah, so after that scene, then we get to the All-Star game, and we get to uh Ilya basically sitting there at the bar, basically waiting for Shay to show up. That's
Mm-hmm.
what he was looking for real hard. And then Shay shows up, and you could tell at first Ilya's still annoyed about the Rose thing. He don't want to talk to him. He just like he gives them the same kind of answers he gave when they first met. The okay, yes, those type of answers, and then
Mm-hmm.
eventually it's like Shay breaks him down. And he finally start talking regular.
Yep.
Um, it's cute because oh, you really your feelings about this, ain't you?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then they start talking. Basically, the whole point of the conversation for Ilya is he want to bring up Rose Landry and find if they still together or not. He's like, you
Mm-hmm.
bring anybody? Oh, and I was like, Shane, stop. You know what he's asking you. Did you bring anybody? Oh yeah, no, my parents aren't coming. I was like, he don't give a damn about your parents right now. He's thinking about is Rose Landry here or coming here or
Mm-hmm.
no? And he was like, did you bring anybody? And he was like, nope. And I was like, yeah, of course you did. That's all you want. It's
Mm-mm.
just one right here.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just say it. And then Shane was like, no, we're not compatible. And that's a big thing in the book, the compatible thing.
Mm.
Like Ilya looking up the word and everything. He's like, okay, what does that mean? Does that mean they're not gonna be together no more? I need them only mine,
Yep.
basically type of thing. Um,
Oh, okay.
and the monologue is screaming. We hear
Mm-hmm.
compatible. I was like, it's so cute.
Oh, I guess quick question on that. So from the book, is it only from one person's perspective or does it like switch?
What, like the inner monologues?
Yeah, like the inner monologues and stuff.
Yeah, but both of them, you hear, the
Oh,
thoughts
okay.
and both. Like I said, Shane's very much fully there. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's just scared to say anything. Ilya's
Mm.
emotionally cut off. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
you can tell he really likes him a lot, but he's trying to really hold it in.
Yep.
But the Rose thing really shook him. Like he was like, oh damn, he. I was like, maybe you should have pushed him there. Maybe you should, maybe you should chill out.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I bet he won't do that shit again. um, um, but yeah, so all that happened, and they had a little talk, little flirty moments, looking at each other a little too long. I was like, I don't know how about nobody's clocking this. I was like, well, y'all look at each other a little too long. Like,
Mm-hmm.
y'all are very friendly. Like to be as rivals and much y'all hate each other. I was like,
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I feel like there's gotta be people that know, but they're just like, it's not my
well,
business.
we know that Scott knows based on his comment to. I forgot about that comment he made to Shane. He was like, "You starting to sound like him." Like he
Oh
remember he said
yeah.
that to him.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh. And Shane knew exactly what that shit meant. He was like, what does that
Mm-hmm.
mean? I was like, you know what it meant. He not dumb. Nobody. I was like, if anybody, it might be Scott that noticed. Like, and
Mm-hmm.
I really want to know, did he actually hear anything at that hotel? Cause he said Scott name a lot in that hotel that night too. You kept saying his name
That's
a lot.
true. That's a good point.
The hotel rooms are not, the walls are not thick. So a lot
Mm-mm.
of times.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
So I kind of want to, I want that perspective. Like I want some kind of modesty. Like, did he hear that? Like, I want to know. Um,
That. Yeah. That I would love to
yeah, I
know.
mean, then he said his room number right there in front of
Yeah.
him
They
too.
were not great
Oh,
about
this
like.
is not secretive. Like,
Mm-mm. I'm telling you, they want to be caught.
yeah, that's what it did feel like that a lot of times. I was like, I don't know if this is the smart thing to do, guys. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but we have that, then Shane's like, okay, let me go ahead and, get up and move around, and he's like, hey, you should show off your new clothes or whatever. It was cute. And
Yeah, I noticed he was wearing new clothes. I'm like, oh, okay, like nice. He's like, I hired a stylist. I'm like, I see, I see.
yeah, all Ilya saw was Roseland. You put you in these clothes. Like, where'd you get these
Mm-hmm.
clothes from? That's all he wanted to know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that was cute. That was cute to see the jealousy fully out for me. I could see it fully. I don't know if Shane noticed all of it, but I damn sure I was like, this is very jealousy right here. There's a
Yep,
lot of it.
yep.
Um, and then I'm trying to remember the beach is the next scene.
I think so.
Yeah, so the beach is the next scene where he basically like I looked at the word compatible. I need to make
Mm-hmm.
sure I do what that bit. In the I guess some more context to this, in the books, uh he has a much harder time with English.
Mm.
So, communication is a problem. You see it kinda in the show, like when they're at the press conference and he takes over for him because they ask him that long ass question,
Mm-hmm.
and Shane takes
Damn, I
over
forgot
for
about
him.
the press conference. Yeah, that did happen.
I forgot what episode it was. That's what they blend. I swear
Mm-hmm.
they blend together. That might be like first or second episode.
I feel like it was the second one.
Yeah, maybe. And then they do that. And, that the language barrier is there a lot more, and that's why you remember when they have the wars and Shane's like, "When did your English get so good?" Remember
Mm-hmm.
he said that to him or whatever. That's where the my favorite. No. At the end of this, we're gonna talk about like our favorite moments. There's a few of my favorite moments that I can remember off the top of my head. It's funny. They're not sexual. They're just little cute moments. I was like, this is endearing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, so we get the beach scene, and basically like, I looked up the word compatible or whatever, and I was like, that's so cute. He really he's now he down bad. I love it.
Yep, yep.
Um, then they touched hands and saying, and then Shane asked her what's the room number. Um, I was like, oh, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the switch here. Then he gets there, and then Shane basically like sits down, and when he ain't running to kiss him this time, I just like, look, we need to talk.
Yep.
And somebody pointed out that it looks like there was ginger ale or the desk behind Ilya when he sat down. I need to look
Wow.
at it again. Like he like after he found out that Shane was coming, he went to
Mm-hmm.
get ginger. I said he did. That is so cute.
Yeah.
Um,
And
but yeah,
I was clapping when he said me you talk. I'm like, yes, please talk,
yes,
talk through something.
yes. I was so happy about that. I was like, yes, here we go. Let's do this.
Mhm.
And he was like, basically, I'm gay. I was like, yeah, I think we
Mm.
got that at least.
Mhm.
And but it's a big deal to him to say it out loud and to some, to him.
Yeah,
And
and like it, I don't know if he ever thought he was bisexual before. Like, there's a chance he might like girls, but this is like now he knows for sure. Like, no, I don't. I don't
yeah,
like women like that. Like, I just
yeah,
like men.
yeah. Yeah, I think that's fair to say now after Rose kind of, no, no, baby, don't try no more.
Mhm.
Don't try no more.
Mhm.
It's okay. Um, but yeah, so they sit down and talk about that, and then finally we get uh Ilya finally opening up and talking about. I feel like this is the first time I ever like talked about his like family like this.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he'll get the phone call or mention his like and then he just got that phone call that one time, I believe, and it just that other moment where he was like, "I go home in 3 days" type of thing. But he's never talked about his family like this.
Mhm.
And Shane's like, "What about your family?" And finally told him, "My mom is dead, and my dad has dementia." And he even apologizes for crying. Like he turns away and he's trying to like not show he's tearing up, and then he's like, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry." And I was like, it's not, I was like, "Oh, baby, it's not nothing to be apologized for. It's okay.
Mhm.
You can cry." And then, I was scared at first when Shay got on top. I was like, "Oh God, Shay, please, just kiss him and hug him. Please don't do
Mhm.
nothing else." And I was like, "Okay, good. This was cute. Let him cry, hug. This is great." Um, and then they cut to the sex scene already been over.
Yeah.
And of him, them leaving and calling each other by their first name.
Mhm.
Love it. I was like, this is great. I was like, this is so sweet. I was very happy about this. Um, what else you think about this scene? Anything else?
No, yeah, I was happy that they finally talked, and definitely I share the same fear where I was like, Shane, like, this is not the time.
Yeah, no, not this
I'm
time.
like, please don't.
Yeah,
So I'm glad they did it, and they just kind of like held each other for a bit.
yeah.
I just remembered because we were talking about Rose again. Like, oh, the part where they were having dinner, and she was talking to Shane about like, oh, I have tons of gay boyfriends before,
Hmm.
and Shane was like, oh, I forget what made him say this, but he was like, oh, I don't like to do the pegging, like I'm the one that likes to be pegged. And she's like, that's the greatest thing my gay boyfriend has ever told me.
Because she said at the beginning of I think she said close to the beginning of the conversation, she was like, "We're you're like what was it? We're like a square peg in a round
Oh yeah,
hole.
yeah,
We
yeah.
don't
Oh
work."
yeah.
And then he kind of like remixed it for
Mm-hmm.
himself.
I thought
I,
that was
I
funny. That was
I didn't.
great.
I know in the book he does admit that, but that was actually a really shocking thing because usually you don't. That's a very, I don't know, vulnerable thing to say to
Mm-hmm.
someone. I
Yeah.
was like, oh wow. I was, I didn't know if they would keep that in like to keep
Mm-hmm.
it in the show. I was like, oh, this
Mm-hmm.
is good. I was very happy that they kept it in the show.
Yeah.
Um. Let's see what else happened there. So after that scene, I want to. Did we get the pool? No, wait. Was it the pool scene next? So basically, it was him like swimming
Oh,
against some kids in the pool
I think
type of
so. I
thing,
think
and
so.
then
Yeah.
but like they kept cutting between them playing the game at it, like playing an all-star game, I believe, at the same time. They
Mm-hmm.
kept cutting in between, so that was um very much playing together. You can see they play together really well.
Mm-hmm.
And also he also, hey, Hollander, make sure, also you got to make sure he acknowledge him. How you got to make sure he like Hollander, like and then the kid was like, yeah, he's the best player in the league. He's like, hold on, wait a minute. It's like, no, it's not. Hold on. I like that it's still very competitive,
Mm-hmm.
and I like that they keep that going, even though they're in love or whatever. But I like that a lot. They're still like, no, no, I'm still gonna beat you.
Yeah.
Like, hey, but I'll give a damn how much love we are. I'm still gonna whoop your ass on the
Mm-hmm.
ice. Um, and then they do all that. Then Ilya gets that call, I believe. I believe right around there. That's when he's playing a game somewhere, and he finally answers his brother
Mm-hmm.
after the game, and then we find out that he didn't go to Nashville with his team for the next game, and you can see Shane like, well, what happened to him? When y'all talking about my man, what happened? and
Yeah.
and they were like, oh, he must have got hurt last night, or he must be sick. And Shane was like, no, he's not hurt. He's not sick. And he was, oh, no, I don't think so. I was like, so you, I was like, so you
Yeah.
know, because you were with him the night before, probably.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, it was so funny. I was like, oh, cover it up, control it, Shane.
Mm-hmm.
You talking too much. And, and then he text him again, and try to call him voicemail. The voicemail was funny. He was like, I will never answer. I would never listen to this voicemail or something he said. Oh, that's so funny. And then he calls him or FaceTimes him or whatever. Because now we're at the time where I believe iPhones are a thing by the time this
Mm-hmm.
year comes around.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. I think they had like Blackberries and stuff at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now we got iPhones. So they FaceTime and he sees his glasses. That's so cute. He's like, oh, you wear glasses? He's like, put them back on. So cute. Um, and and he's like, how's it going? He's like, yeah, my dad is dead, and I'm here to make me feel better. Take off your clothes. I was like, oh God. I was like, of course, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it was still cute though, and we still didn't see anything. Still wasn't texting. He was just very much, you know, uh, yes, I need to cope, so do this for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and
I
he loved
also
the
feel
car.
like it was another like defensive, like I don't want to get too emotional, like
Yeah, I don't
just
want to talk about it right now. I want to talk about it
yeah.
yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me get because I don't think the funeral happened. The funeral stuff happened yet. He was like,
No,
"Let me.
yeah.
I'm just here. Let me not break down yet. Let me get
Mm-hmm.
past this funeral." Um, and then we get past that. Then we get to the awkward dinner. Uh, and then his brother, of course, like I hate this because he's like, I love to show him just like hate this like this what he's dealing with because the brother just like, what about me? I have a wife and kid. I'm like, isn't that your choices? Like, why is that my responsibility to
Yeah.
pay for your life? Like,
I don't know if I was missing context, like the brother can't work or something, or
he said his
it
brother's police. Remember? He said his brother's
oh yeah.
police
Oh,
and
so he
family.
just living outside of his means then.
Yeah, and I'm just like, maybe like you decide to have a kid, you decide to get married, have a wife. Why are you expecting me to have a plan for your well-being? Like,
Mm-hmm.
you want to have a family, you need to be able to take care of them. Maybe not involve me like this. Like, uh, I felt for him in that moment. I really truly understood it. Um, and, he's still like, and he still gave him the apartment.
Yeah, still gave him apartment, gave him money to put in his daughter's college fund or whatever. So,
Yeah, I was like, ah,
like,
what? He said a trust fund, so that might be a lot of, I don't know how much money you gonna put in it, but it could be significant for
mm-hmm.
the child to, when they turn 18, they can have it. Um, I think that was a great thing to do. And he was like, "Don't contact me again." And I was
Yep.
like, "I love that. Leave him the fuck alone."
Yeah.
And in my mind, I was like, "Good, the apartment is gone. You have nowhere to go in Russia. Stay your ass in, America or whatever. Stay with
Mm-hmm.
Shane." That's how I looked at it when he said he gave him his apartment. I said, "Oh, good. Yeah, give it up. Give him all the shit that's there. Leave it there. Fuck it." Just Oh yeah, but let me roll back a little bit. So Svetlana comes in because she hears them arguing, and he basically calls her a whore, and then Ilya kind of basically start beating him up, and she's like,
Yep.
"It's not worth it." And that's when he tell him about the apartment and the trust fund or whatever, and leave me the fuck alone and get out. So then he leaves, and then she's basically like, he's like, "I don't deserve you." She was like, "Yes, you do." She was like, he was like, I think he said, "I love you," or I can't remember who says the first. He was like, "Yeah." She's like, "I know you love me or whatever." She's like, "But you don't love me like you love Jane."
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then the line that I just paused and screamed. And I was just like, this, I think might be the best thing to see on the screen. That she was just like, I hope, I hope Jane knows how lucky he is.
Yep.
And I was just like, oh, I love it. I was like, oh, she knows. Like we got, little indication that she knows.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my God. I was like, this is so cute. And, you know, you could see that like I guess he knew all the time too, but her say it like that, it just very clearly pointed out and it just made it. I love that so much. That
Yeah.
that scene. Yeah.
Really, really supportive, and I think that's the thing that I started thinking about more like just after seeing the entire series. It's just like even though they were, well, like all the characters that we've seen, the gay
Mhm.
male characters that we've seen that were like afraid to like let people in and like tell them, rightfully so, because like
Yeah,
society at large, the
yeah,
not great, but like the
yeah,
people that they had around them, like I would say more often than not they were supportive and like they just wanted them to be happy,
yeah.
um, and it makes me wonder, I guess, like later on in the series or maybe in season two, like do we see more of that, or is there, now that they're like people are getting closer together, is there more backlash like, oh, you're really like that, actually I don't know how supportive I want to be anymore, which I hope not. I hope it continues to be like very wholesome and nice, but I don't know. I was definitely not expecting people to be as supportive going into this, unfortunately, but I'm glad I was very wrong.
Yeah, I mean that was the I think Jacob Tierney was talking about, let us have sex, let's let have joy, let
Mm-hmm.
us have, let us have this, let us have something that for now has a happy ending,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
now. Um yeah, I just, I really I love the build up, for us to get here where we are. And this next scene really I cried multiple times. I heard the next scene, I might cry. I'll talk about it. But yeah, so when okay, I'm just going to go into it. The next part is right. So after all this happens, he calls Shane. Well, he says, "Can I call you alone?" And
Oh,
then
bring
right
your
at that,
mic.
Scott, keep doing that.
There you go.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, so basically he's like, are you alone? And Shane's like, yeah, lying, but running down the hallway to get to the stairs. So he's like, yeah, I'm alone. Yeah, call me.
Mhm.
It's so cute that he's like, yeah, I'm below. Don't give a damn. Yeah, I'm here. So call me. And he calls him, and basically they're just talking, and Ilya's upset, and about his brother and everything that's happened, and he's just like, English is too hard right now. And I was like, oh. And Shane's like, I wish I knew Russian or whatever. And it tries to be funny. He was like, you can learn in a week or whatever. I was like, maybe you
Mhm.
should, girl, hurry
Yeah.
up.
Like get you that. I don't subscribe to Duolingo anymore, so I can't promote that one. But I'll get you a
Something.
language app.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but then then Shane has the thoughtful, and this is all in the book too. This isn't just a thing that they made up for sure. This is in the book. About him saying, well, you telling me everything you need to know, everything you want to say, but in Russian, I won't understand, but at least it'll help.
Mhm.
And I thought that was like such a beautiful gesture. I felt
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. That was
um,
very sweet.
yeah, and I feel like Ilya really did pay attention. That was a very beautiful thing to ask somebody to do and let you do that.
Mhm.
Especially you don't know you don't have any idea what they said. Like
Mhm.
only thing you probably understood it and it was Svetlana. And I first said that if I sit him over the edge when you heard that
Mhm.
part, but he didn't say that. But he talked about how his family basically treats him like a bank and how they always want more and more and more from him. He's been taking care of their life and giving them all this money and he just feels empty and he feels like he's alone now because his dad is gone and now he really don't
Mhm.
have any ties here. But he was like,
Mhm.
no, I'm not alone. I have Svetlana. I love her, but I don't love her like I love. And he stops and then he's like, fuck, like because he don't want
Mhm.
to say it. It's just so, oh my god, this is all in Russian. This is so because I'm listening to it. I'm like, I don't know the hell. I don't know if this is right or not. Like I was like, I
Mhm.
don't know. I was like, this is a damn good performance. He doing this correctly. Consider he does not speak Russian like that. He's from Texas. He's not, this is
See.
amazing. It
Yeah.
was amazing just listening to it. I was like, like I don't know. It sounds right. I don't know. Shit.
Mhm. Sounds Russian.
Yeah. And he's saying all this stuff, and then he finally says it. And I didn't notice this, but somebody pointed this out on the thing right before he says, "Like I love you." There's a cop. You see cop lights go
Mm.
across behind it. Like he's outside, he's saying all this stuff outside in Russian. So these people would understand if somebody did hear him.
Mhm.
So that's scary too. Like you in Russia saying all this stuff. Although people might not, I mean, maybe they think he's talking about a woman, whatever. He doesn't say like a man.
Mhm.
So he's like basically, I don't, love her like I love you. And then he was like, it's always you. Basically, I always want to be with you. Um, he said, I love you so much, I don't know what to do with it. And I was like, oh my God. I love this so much. I love this. I said my babies. I love them both. I love this so much. Um, oh God, this part was a lot for me. I was like, this is there's a lot of emotion I went through with this speech. Like
Mhm.
it hit a lot. But yeah. And then he was like, okay, I'm done. Thank you. I was
Yep.
like, oh my God. I was like, if only Shane knew what the hell you just said.
I know. I wonder if like ah I don't know. Like there's no way for him to like go back in time and like hear
Oh,
it, and I don't know. I hope that
I would have
maybe
recorded
they
it
have a
and showed it.
conversation about it or something later on. See, low key, what
I
I was
would have
thinking
recorded
Shane
it.
was doing, I thought Shane, I didn't realize he was like in a stair. I thought he was like in his house or something, but I thought he was gonna go to his computer and like put the phone up to the computer to Google
Listen,
Translate.
I would have had to do something. We ain't no way in hell. I could
Yeah,
listen. I love you down, but I'm gonna know what the hell this means
yeah,
because I want to know.
yeah.
It's I listen. The way he reacted to Svetlana's name in the next episode, I know that shit threw him off when hearing that name in the middle of that speech. He's like, "What the
Mhm.
hell does that mean in the middle? What does that
Mhm.
mean?" Um, this show just makes me giddy. I love it. Like I just really loved it. Um, and then then we got that part, and then he was like, and then of course they bring it back sexual after that.
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm.
he was like, yeah, it was like all the useful phrases. I was like, come on, man, that was so sweet. Now you do this, fine, I get it. This was just what y'all do.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, that was, yeah, give him the awards. This episode was
Yeah,
like amazing.
that was
So
really good. That was
yeah.
really really good.
And I mean, anything else you have for that part of it? Yeah, I definitely would have. I would have recorded it, Google Translate that shit later.
I
I really
really
would have.
thought he was gonna do
Yeah, there ain't
that.
no way in hell.
He doesn't make it less sweet if he tries to Google Translate
He
it.
would never know. He would never know I did that shit because I
He
would look.
would.
I would have told him. I would have told him. I would just did it because it's. I
I'm a
would have
bad
wanted to
liar.
know.
Like he would know. If it was me, I'm like, yeah, I translated that shit. I know what you said.
Yeah, I would have had to know. Like, oh my god, that was a
But
lot.
yeah, it was an incredibly sweet gesture for Shane to offer to do that, and then like Ilya's monologue was it was like very heart wrenching to hear like how lonely he felt, and that
Yeah,
like he wasn't able to like connect with his family in that way, and like Savannah, is it Savannah?
Svetlana.
Svetlana
Yeah,
like is the only one that he has that like really cares for him and his like happiness is like I was happy that he had her, but also sad that like the like that's who he feels like it's his only like outlet where he can really be himself.
right.
And then he started getting into like talking about Shane a little bit and like how he felt about it, and I was like, oh, why didn't you say it in
Yeah,
English or like tell him?
yeah, exactly.
I kind of thought like when they actually like told each other they loved each other. At first I thought Ilya was gonna be like, oh, I told you I love you before, like when I was talking to
Mhm.
you on the phone, but he didn't say
No, he
it.
didn't. Even like when he was like after the sexual stuff, he was like, well, what about I wish you were here? And then he
Mm,
replied in Russian. I was like, just say it. You must stop playing with him. He was like, I wish I was too. I was like, I know you could say that in English. Stop. Why would you do
I
that?
know.
Uh like let go. Um but yeah, that was so cute.
Yeah,
Okay, so the next part of this episode was so many parts. It just felt like it was so much. I was like, this is still only an hour. This episode
yeah.
was just crazy.
Hmm.
Um, I rewatched the episode quite a bit of times though.
Hmm.
Um, so then the next part we got them. Now I'm him back now. Him back playing, sports or whatever. And, and they're happy to be on ice together. And then he's not. Shane is kind of real down bad.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
he looks back and gets thrashed. I was like,
yep.
oh, I was like, here we go.
Oh, that was scary for me. I was like,
Yeah.
damn, did he just like die? I'm like, what just
Especially
happened?
when they did it, they had the damn what's that noise? Is it
Oh
the
yeah,
noise?
yeah, like
Yeah,
like your ear ringing kind of
yeah.
thing.
I was like, why would you play that noise? and, imagine that. I would never turn this show on again. I swear to God. I'm
Oh,
glad,
that would have been
that's why I'm
such a
glad I
bad
read the
way.
book because I knew that wasn't the case. If I didn't
Yeah,
read the book and that happened, I would have been distraught. I
yeah.
was, I was like, oh my God. Like I was like, clean it up, fix it right away. I'm not playing. Don't stretch this out.
Mhm.
It's a lot of
Mhm.
it's just that's the thing I really like about the show. The pacing of it, they don't hold on stuff too long. Like the Rose thing. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, this is cute, but let's wrap it up. And then, and then this happened, and immediately right after that, we get right to, oh, he's alive, he's okay.
Mhm.
I was like, I love that because a lot of these shows will stretch this shit the hell out annoyingly.
Mhm.
Um, then we got that, and you can see he, and then before he's when he's getting pulled off with the stretcher, and he's just like, I don't want him to worry. Make sure they'll, oh yeah, your dad. They're gonna call him. He's like, no, not him, Ilya. I was like, oh God. I was like, don't say that too loud. I was like, this is so cute, but damn it, don't get caught though.
I was low
Um,
key thinking when he said that, I was like, "Oh man, like somebody's gonna tell somebody else, like everybody is gonna know." But you were telling me like, "Oh, like the paramedic like didn't hear him
yeah, he
properly,"
was
and I
like,
was like,
what? Yeah, he was like, what? I was like, okay, he didn't hear it, but it's still cute for me
yeah,
because I heard it. But yeah, then he's goes to the hospital and um and are you okay and all that, and then he goes up to him and he's drugged out of his mind.
yeah,
And he's like,
yeah. He
shh,
was
he's like, shh,
not.
shh, shh. Right, stop talking. You go out us right here. Just shush.
Mhm.
And he was like, because I had it was so cute. He was, I had a plan. He was like, mad because I had a plan to ask you something. I was like, oh my God, it's so cute. This is so cute. He was like, would you come to the college with me
Mhm.
this summer instead? Don't go to Russia. And I was like, oh God, you better say yes. He's like, oh, we can't
Mhm.
do that. I said, yes, you can. Shit, yes, you can.
Mhm.
And he was like, maybe, maybe, maybe. Like just to get him to stop talking. I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah,
that's why he said
yeah.
it. He was like, okay, maybe, maybe, yes, stop saying it. Um, it was funny when the nurse came in too. She was like, "You gotta go smother him, Mario." I said, "Little you know, he probably jumping for a bullet for him right now. Like,
Mhm.
you might would have took that hit for him if he could have."
Mhm.
Um, but and that was cute too. And then that basically that scene was over, and then I think we cut to him standing outside his parents' cottage, I believe, talking to Rose.
Mhm.
Um, and Rose is. I was a little bit annoyed by how open Rose was talking about this in front of her makeup artist, like on
Oh, I
speaker.
thought that was gonna leak too. I like,
I
damn,
was
it's
like, oh
over.
my
It's
God.
over. But I don't. Maybe she's closer to that makeup artist
Man,
than
I
we
guess.
realize, and they're just
I
like, I'm not. Nobody will know.
I guess, but like I'm sure I don't know if Shane would have approved of that.
Yeah, no,
You
I'm
know.
sure Shane definitely wouldn't have appreciated that.
Yeah, I was like, oh, like, and she's like, oh, just tell him I'm gay, and that. I was like, okay, that means you're saying that he is. So like,
Hmm.
maybe not say this in front of her. Like, I don't know. But that we just got to disbelief belief with that. I guess just that
Yeah.
makeup artist isn't gonna say anything. That's where we
Hmm.
have to go with it. Well, it freaked me out though. I was like, oh, stop. What are you doing? Why are you talking on speaker with her right there?
Hmm.
And she was hearing everything, so it was like, oh, I don't like this.
Like, that's
Um,
why she gets paid the big bucks. She keep her mouth shut.
yeah. Or it might have NDAs as well that she might have
True.
to sign.
Yeah.
Um, so and that was cute though, because I liked that it showed that they are still friends.
Hmm.
Because people say it all the time, oh, let's keep being friends, and then it'll be shit. But she seemed like that she real about that. He was able to ask her about Labor Day. I guess her coming to visit for Labor Day and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So, um, and then what happens after that? Oh, then we are sitting just watching the games and stuff. We found out that Ilya's team lost. So now his mom is like, it's Scott Hunter's year. I was like, oh,
Hmm.
okay. He was like, how would you know that or whatever? And his dad was like, because she's a witch. I remember that because it was funny. She was like,
Yeah.
"Man, stop eyes do a spell." I was like, I
Hmm.
love this. Um, and, they're just sitting there watching the games or whatever. Then we see that Scott does win. He gets the cup.
Yeah.
Uh, and you see him standing, all the fans are coming down and congratulating all the people on the team. And, Scott just standing there by himself. He doesn't have his
Hmm.
parents, the man of his life. He can't. bring him out there, and then I'm like I said, I know it already, but it's just like, oh, he's there, yay, And I was like, sometimes I was like, one, I was like, are they gonna keep all this in the show? Are they gonna keep? Are they gonna do it? They gonna do it? They gonna do it?
Mm.
Oh, they did it! Oh my god! And and then they bring him down, and he's like, come on, come down, and I was like, damn, he moving slow. Get your ass down there, hurry
I
up.
know. Kip was like moving no urgency
Yeah,
at all. And I was worried like somebody else was gonna like see him and like, oh, he's pointing at me, he's pointing at me. I'm like,
yeah.
no, no,
No, no.
go, Kip.
And apparently, all like most of those people in the crowd were CG while I was there,
Oh
which is
wow.
so funny to me. I was like, oh, interesting, because the Francois, the one that plays Scott,
Uh-huh.
he was like seeing it fully realized and the CG people added and stuff. He said it made it feel so much more because when they were filming it, it wasn't like that. I was like, oh, that's so interesting.
Oh wow.
Um, yeah, so it's cool.
Hmm.
And he brings him down and and looks at him and then he kisses them and
I was not ready at all. I thought they were just he was gonna bring him down and be like, yeah, it's my buddy. Like everybody meet Kip, but they kiss him. I was like, oh my god,
yeah, I was
yes.
so happy about that. I was like, and then the fact that Shane and Ilya are watching as
Hmm.
well, and that like they never thought they would see something like that in their lifetime. Like to see that happen, and it's something that would give them courage. So I was happy about that, and and they did give him courage. And then
Hmm.
Elliot was like, "Oh hell yeah!" He got up. He's like, "I'm coming to the car teacher." I was like, "Yes, yes!" I was like, "Yes, you are." God damn it! I
Hmm.
was so happy. Oh god, that was such an exhilarating episode. I feel like
Yeah.
it just gave you so much, and that's why I think what is it still? I don't know if it's still number two episode of all time. Still, I think so.
Mm.
Yeah, number two
Yeah.
episode of TV of all time, right behind Breaking Bad.
Oh. Oh, what? I didn't know you. I thought you meant like streaming on HBO. You
No,
mean,
no, 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 no.
whoa, that's
IMDb, yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
That's crazy. That's
Nine point
awesome.
nine out of 10. Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna
Good
say, I
episode.
think, because you were saying it was number two episode, I was gonna be like, I think it might be my favorite episode of the show.
Yeah,
But oh my god, yeah, that's crazy. That's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah. Um, yeah. So I think that's all I got for this episode. Anything else for you for this one?
No, it definitely was a lot. But I'm glad that like I guess I'm just happy with how everything was kind of coming together because I know at the beginning, at least for me, it was feeling slow in terms of like the emotional growth, but then like it quickly started to pick up and it felt like this episode is where everything kind of came together. Like Scott and Kip got to like be out in the open and like have their love like shine in the sun, like the friend was
Hmm.
saying. And
And the song as well that went with it, which was so funny to
oh, I need
me.
to go back and listen to the song. I need to go back.
Apparently, it's the same song. I think I think somebody said something about Sunshine. You hear something about Sunshine too on their episode too at the beginning of the
Uh,
episode. So it's like some real
mm-hmm.
her saying you deserve sunshine and then all of that and then the song playing sunshine. It was just like, oh, this is cute. They really played this
Yeah,
out.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. Um, I like that, and I like that. Ilya and Shane got to like have their moment on the ice for like playing, having fun, and then also realize like how much they mean to each other too. I'm like, it's a great episode. It's a great episode.
Yes. And here we and now